The following program contains frank and explicit language.
Now, I've only known this guy a couple of days, but we've already got this repartee thing going. Mario, I've got somebody here I'd like you to meet.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Cliff Huxtable. Mrs. Huxtable's husband.
Doug, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, sir, I love your work.
You know why?
Why?
Because I love to work.
Oh, okay. Okay. This is quite some day, isn't it?
I'm trying to make a history here today.
Yes, and you probably will. Yeah. Well, if you excuse me.
Why? Why? Where you going? You don't know nothing wrong yet.
Well, what is that? That's some drum.
That's Bata drum. That's a symbol from Africa for Chango. Chango is the god of thunder.
Ah, and what about the one he's shaking there?
Well, it's another African instrument too. They're using in the religion too. Checking it.
All right, I say. I know what this is. This is the cowbell.
Yeah, you know.
Huh?
That's a god of iron and god of truth.
God of iron.
Yes.
God of truth.
That's it.
Well, all I know is that I'd like to have 5 of these and put them around my children's neck. Well, listen, you know, Mr. Buzz.
Sit down, let's rest. You're doing yours, let me do mine.
You gonna play?
Yes, I gotta conduct my orchestra.
Thank you.
Bring my vocals.
Oh, vocals?
Yes, all my vocalists.
Importance of culture. It's everything you do, how you do it, how often and why. Everything we produce fall under the realm of culture. Therefore, either you're dabbling in somebody else's culture or you're creating your own.
In 1930, a 19-year-old Cuban named Mario BAUZA arrived in New York. Classically trained clarinetist, he had visited the city 4 years earlier and fallen in love with jazz. Now he was back, intent on making it in the burgeoning big band scene. In Cuba, prejudice against his dark skin had held him back. New York had race barriers as well, but in Havana, there was no Harlem.
Unless you know rhythm, unless you like music, unless you keep dancing, you can't live in Harlem.
All the big club with all those terrific shows in Harlem there. Right at 3 o'clock in the morning was like a 12 o'clock a day in Times Square.
And his own words, well, he found that it was a place where he could walk down the street and not experience the same kind of racism that he was experiencing in Havana at the time, that he could feel free as a black man walking down the street and not feel that oppression in the same way.
You ever hear the expression merengue lemon pie? This is exactly what it is. Jazz in the top, and the Afro-Cuban living in the bottom.
The Grammy Awards just cut out, 28 different categories in Latin jazz. We did a whole big demonstration last week. Eddie Palmieri, Bobby Sanabria. How do you cut out categories of music,
Why you don't like Latin jazz the term Latin jazz?
Because if you advertise something that I create with a name, I don't think there's nobody should have the right to come and change it and name it up first. Okay. What's Latin is? What is Latin? We know Latin to begin with. So that I don't see why they do that. They did it with the salsa. I hate to think they're gonna do it to my music. My music is Afro-Cuban jazz.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Afro-Cuban jazz.
In the 50s is where we started to get this combination of jazz and Afro-Cuban. And one of the first terms that they used was, since it was Cuban and it was bebop, then we have the term Q-bop. Q-bop. And that term was used for quite a while. Then they just went into another term called mambo jazz. And that was used for a while. But in the last 20 or 25 years, the term that is used now, it seems to be the standard term, is Latin jazz.
Machito is Afro-Cubano. A lot of people object that Afro thing there.
He was right in here a minute ago.
Well, he's not here now. If he's in the hospital, we'll find him. Come on.
What is it, Fred? Fred, tell me, sir. Fred, what is it? What?
Well, we got here just in time.
Come on, let me out of here. You Fred, yourself here.
I'm of African descent. And the rhythm, the producing music we play is African. You know what happened?
What?
Somebody here, after the revolution, when the revolution came, no music from Cuba was coming here. So they started calling everything salsa.
Alone in Puerto Rico, the salsa with the fania, with which is this Italian owner, Jerry Masucci.
Too, though.
Right, New York thing, the salsa from New York. You know what the Puerto Rican, all that we created, bro.
My cousin is Easy Sanabria, aka Mr. Salsa, the musical director of the Fania, who's also the MC for the Fania, and he's the one you hear on the clip saying, "What is salsa?"
Yeah. I wanted you to mention that. Yeah. Yeah.
So I grew up with this.
I knew that my music has have another name, salsa. So I went into the salsa. But salsa is not a new rhythm. It's the Cuban music with a new name.
She never objected to the name change.
Wrong. So back in the late 50s, I went on my pilgrimage to Havana, Cuba, the place that gave birth to salsa music.
I wasn't in those parties in the spots. I didn't go to Harlem World. I didn't go to the T Connection. I didn't go to those spots. So I'm not one of the guys that got on. I was not in any of them groups. In fact, the jams I went to were on the block, in the park, around the corner, the street jams.
Go ahead, doctor. Go ahead.
Question.
All right, so now you're saying that these different elements, who you're saying Puerto Rican and some were rock or whatever. Okay, first of all, let's understand something. Rock music was created by Black Americans.
Yes, but we're not talking about the rock music that was created.
No. Listen.
We're talking
time out.
rock music.
You picked hip hop. Time out.
I'm not going to talk over.
No. Time out.
Yeah, it's just you two. It's just Dr. Derek Cologne.
This is the thing this is the thing you have to understand, Dr. Cologne. I know. I understand, my man. Trust me. I got more books than you got hair follicles on your head. So listen to what I'm saying. I understand.
Bro, I lived it.
No, listen. I lived it too. Wait, Dr. Cologne. I'll be 50. I'll be 59. How old are you, Dr. Cologne?
Good. I'm 56 years old. But
all right,
where were you?
Wait. I was born in the Bronx. I was born in the Bronx. Derek, I was born in the Bronx, Derek.
But where?
Hey,
Derek, sound.
My name is Derek. Everybody calls me D. I'm from the Bronx.
So, D, could we call you D?
Absolutely.
Hey, I like that. Hey, yo, so D, you from the Bronx, New York, born and raised?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I was born in Manhattan, but I was raised in the Bronx.
So you're a liar.
I've never lied.
Born and raised and came up through.
It's
you have not been debunked yet, bro. You have not been debunked. You've been trolled left and right. You've been trolled, but you have not yet been debunked.
Wrong.
Yeah.
So you have not yet been debunked.
Yeah. No, I know that. And I'm not saying I know that because I'm just saying
I know that.
The information is the information, and you can't fight the information.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Celebrando 50 años de tradición boricua.
Salida del túnel un trailer, quitarle el tordo. Y cuando quita el tordo, la cosa del tío se quitó del medio. ¡Ay! Era el saco de cemento. Jesús, 600 sacos. Y dije yo, señora, no eran botellas de aceite, de aquí no se escapa nadie. Eso hay que descargarlo. 600 sacos, tenía que llevarlo a otro túnel. Y me daban otro saco para llevarlo pero mírame, que te estoy hablando. Descargar y montar. 600 para allá y otros 600 que me dieron. Otro saco que me daba. Que me voy para Valencia, que ya va, que salgo esta tarde. Y va por la mitad, digo, no te quedan. Si no le ayuda a la fábrica, el camión no sale. Tú me daba mi saco y me caía al suelo. Yo ya cogía los sacos, los arrastraba. Que allí venía el camionero. Todavía está ahí por ahí. Pararon más una hora para que nos dieran el bocadillo. El camionero salió a las 12 de la noche para Valencia.
A U.S. government study estimated that at least 1 million Puerto Ricans would have to leave the island for Operation Bootstrap to succeed.
There was only 3 planes coming out of Puerto Rico, 1 to Miami, 1 to New York, and 1 to Chicago. That's why we populate a lot there.
Termómetros llegan a incrementar hasta los 34 grados. Amigos de Sonora, por otra parte, con temperaturas oscilando en los 41 grados, además de cielos totalmente soleados, muy buenos para llevar a cabo cualquier pendiente por realizar, pero...
Costeñita soy. ¿Cuánto?
¿A dónde va Pulgoso?
Oye, ¿y tú, Pulgoso, qué haces aquí?
En la torre se le cayó el teatrito a Marimar.
¡Ya! Mira que la niña Marimar se va a enojar conmigo.
No, en serio. ¿Tú también aquí, corazón? ¿Qué significa esto? Y acabas de nombrar a Marimar. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde? Con que bella aldama, ¿verdad? Niégame ahora que eres Marimar y que esa niña que tienes en tus brazos es mi hija. ¡Anda! ¡Niégamelo!
South America, we are all descendants from Europe. What? So it should be the...
What the fuck? Cause right now you're just a liar, a straight mentirosa. Today you tell me something y mañana es otra cosa.
And so, Andrina, first of all, thank you for being with us today. Thank you for being with me, for taking the time out of your schedule.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Canal 47.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I know that we've talked before, and I want to go back to something that you're passionate about.
Yes, what people are saying is black culture, or deeming as black culture, is really a conglomeration of different cultures, different inspirations.
Wow. Okay, you're saying that it's a conglomeration. What is Puerto Rican music? What is Latino music? Is it a conglomeration, or it was not influenced by anybody? What is that?
My internet went out again. What did you say about Latino? What do you mean?
What is salsa? Salsa is flavor and spice. Salsa is Latin soul.
What's Latin is? What is Latin? We know Latin to begin with. So that I don't see why they do that. They did it with the salsa. They don't. I hate it. They're gonna do it to my music.
Latinos were growing up in an English-speaking environment, close to African Americans. The music was soul, and of course, they were influenced by Latin music.
Salsa es ritmo, rhythm.
Salsa don't mean nothing. It's no rhythm that you can say that's a salsa rhythm. They call salsa mambo, guaracha, they call salsa. They call everything salsa.
Any kind of Latin music, they call it salsa.
Any kind of Cuban music.
Cuban music.
Because the other Latin music completely different.
It started in Africa con la conga, skin and wood. El bongo, the basis of salsa, el clave. El ritmo de África al Caribe, Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo,
jazz piano.
It was Cuban music that we took.
But salsa is not a new rhythm. It's the Cuban music with a new name.
And we changed the arrangements. Being that most of the guys were born here or grew up in New York, we had the rock influence, the jazz influence.
All right, so now you're saying that these different elements, who you're saying Puerto Rican and some more rock or whatever. Okay, first of all, let's understand something. Rock music was created by Black Americans.
Came to the United States here with the influence of jazz, the brass.
The truth of the matter is that American culture at this point, what is truly American, is black culture to a large degree. Flip on the television set. Look at Pulp Fiction. You know, I mean, you can choose whatever examples you want. It's had a profound influence on this entire nation, and it has to be affirmed.
Wait, it gets worse!
Flashback.
If you listen to that, what you hear kind of a funk and the very bottom of rhythm and blues. So that now becomes the American bridge for the boogaloo. And then the rest of it is the Latin rhythm on the bottom and the horns.
End of flashback.
Those specific songs with that percussion that made it, and those same songs were incorporated to what we know as hip hop, you know, the beats today and things like that. So,
I mean, one of the most famous, you know, 1979 hits. We have a famous record that comes out, the Sugar Hill Gang, and they're playing to Good Times, and then we find out that one of the lead singers in Good Times is a Puerto Rican.
Yes.
Speak
Mrs.
to her.
Martin, okay. Now, I did bring that video out, and because, you know, you keep hearing, oh, the Sugar Hill Gang, we didn't need any Puerto Ricans, we didn't need any Caribbean influence. As a matter of fact, the majority of that band CHIC, as we know it, is, you know, Caribbean.
Get the fuck out of here! No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important.
Okay, so you have Good Times. You have one of the lead singers. And people want to bring forth, oh, well, Norma Jean Wright and this, that. But you know what? Her and Norma Jean Wright were in a band before they were with CHIC. And to be quite honest with you, you know, she was LUCI Martin. She was the main person. People loved her. You know what I mean? And she had the little rhythm going and everything like that. But she's Boricua. She's very proud of her heritage. She is straight up Boricua. And mind you, in the intro of Good Times, when you hear the opening glissando, that's Rob Sabino. He's Boricua. He's a Puerto Rican. He's the one that created that.
It was at this moment that he knew. She fucked up.
Good Times opens with a shimmering keyboard glissando recorded in an unorthodox setting. Rogers explained, it's a gigantic glissando starting at the lower portion of the keyboard and going as far up as you can in that couple of seconds. We fed the signal into the ladies' bathroom. It was very reflective in there. It's all tiles and stuff like that. So it makes this swirly sound that's bouncing back and forth. So it's a cool thing. It's a subtle technique that winds up becoming this grand, big statement.
Now, what exactly is a glissando? A glissando on a piano is just running your fingers or hand across the keys from one end to the other. That's it. There's nothing else to it. There isn't anything special, grand, or secret about it. The real secret ingredient was not supplied by Rob Sabino. It was supplied by Nile Rodgers and the sound engineer Bob Clearmountain. It was Nile Rodgers' idea to open with a glissando and to have it sound the way it does. This required the glissando to be flanged with reverb, reverse echo, and the signal piped through the ladies' bathroom. Then it had to be phased and tweaked to give it that voluminous sound that we hear.
That grand statement, performed by Raymond Jones on a Fender Rhodes keyboard, provides the joyous opening for the song's optimistic and upbeat lyrics.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important.
So you're a liar. A straight mentirosa.
Wait, it gets worse. She was Lucy Martin. She was the main person.
Bernard and I were smart enough to put the image of the black women up front. The image of the black women up front, even though it was our band, and we hired them. You know, we got the deal on our own. People don't know that. Luther Vandross was the guy who sang on all our records. Like every single record we put out, up until Good Times, Luther did all of them. And
we would just sit and we would talk, and he was always teaching, always working on the vocal. And Fonzie and I were speaking, and we said that we all went to Luther Vandross University, because that's what it was like. You know, Norma, I know you had the same experiences.
So true, because had Luther not been with us when CHIC was started, in reference to really kind of translating at times what Nile and Bernard wanted, because they were musicians, but he was the vocal guy. And we often say he was the architect of CHIC's sound.
Vocal sound, absolutely.
I don't think a lot of people realize that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, that's Luther. And then after he left, it was Fonzie Thornton. But
Good Times is centered around a classic dance party refrain sung by Fonzie Thornton, Alpha Anderson, and Michelle Cobbs. Good times, these are good times. Leave your cares behind.
so Luther would bring in the right vocalist, the right vocal sessions to do our records. So on some of our songs, we would have the two main girls in CHIC sing those songs, but the singles were almost always exclusively done by Luther. And even though his crew would be on every record, you know, his singers would sing the lead vocal too. That's why CHIC is known for what we call gang vocals. We have a lot of people singing one song.
That's Luther, you know, bringing us all together and making us gel as a unit.
And with the music, all I can say is I've been blessed. Now I know half your studio audience probably doesn't even know who the hell who I am, and who they're listening to. So just to go back and give them a little bit of history, I started with the group. First it was Norma, then Alpha, Tony, and Nile. I went and auditioned. Norma brought me into the group. Norma brought me into the group. And at the time, Alpha, who is another one of my partners, was singing with Luther. And Luther at that time did all background sessions for all the majors. So she was involved from the beginning as well, but she wasn't part of the group. It wasn't until Norma left to do her own solo career, and the rest went on to be history.
So you're a liar. Cause right now you're just a liar, a straight mentirosa. Today you tell me something, a straight mentirosa.
But wait, it gets worse.
Okay, so he had a help in creating that band as we know today.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important.
And as a matter of fact, he was with Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards before CHIC was formed.
How long have you folks been doing this sort of thing? Has it been short or long?
Well, the guitar player and myself, we've been together about 7 or 8 years, and the whole group's been together about a year now.
That eventually evolved into Rapper's Delight. So it was all of those elements that, you know, to be quite honest with you, it was the majority of Caribbeans in that band CHIC, but nobody wants to talk about it. We want to have the phase be just one certain group, you know what I mean? So.
Whoa, we gotta sign these guys, and we get there and we're all black, except our keyboard player who was Puerto Rican, who to them looked white, and they would direct all the questions to him. So, how long have you guys been together? He looked at them, hey, it's their band, I don't know, I just got here. It's their band, I don't know, I just got here.
We want to have the phase be just one certain group, you know what I mean? So
I'm Latino. My mother's from Puerto Rico, my father's from Colombia. But everybody thinks I'm Italian because the name Sabino is an Italian name.
Okay.
But that comes from when the Sabino family came from Italy to Colombia. But they were there for 300 years, so they're Colombian.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they're like the wasps of Colombia.
So when you connected with them in some way, was that your first big break, or was there something?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, it was.
So you're a liar. A straight mentirosa.
Wait, it gets worse.
Flashback. End of flashback.
even in the TV shows, they were doing percussion. Sanford and Son was doing percussion in their intros.
I've never had pains like this before. Oh, this is the worst one I ever had, son. Oh, it's the worst one. This is a big one. I'm dying. You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey.
Okay, hang on. Let Adrena Costa speak. Go ahead, Adrena.
What we know is jazz. What we know is rock and roll. What we know is you know, those kind of genres. People think it's Black culture, but it's not. The inception was a conglomeration of different cultures, and that's the honest truth. So before we start deeming, who's laughing?
Wait, it gets worse.
Boricua music, what makes it up?
Do you know how funny that sounds when you say Boricua music?
Makes the claim that Black music is a conglomeration. So I'm asking her, Boricua music, whatever Latin music you want to choose, what is it made of?
Okay, go ahead, Adrena. She's going to respond to you. Go ahead, Adrena.
It's made of many different things. So it's a vague question. What do you mean?
Okay, no, wait, time out. Okay, you said
Black. Stop saying time out.
So you're a liar. Cause right now you're just a liar, a straight mentirosa. Today you tell me something, a straight mentirosa.
Wait, it gets worse.
The song from Self-Destruction.
Yeah,
this
DJ
guy,
Doc.
he produced that, right?
Yeah, that's on my channel. I put that out there. Yep, absolutely. He's a co-producer, mixed it.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important.
And everything. DJ Doc. He's Boricua, and he's actually from the island too.
Welcome to Fantasy Island. It was at this moment that he knew. She fucked up.
It looks like she tried the same nonsense with DJ Doc. Instead of being honest about his participation, she decided to center and elevate him in Black American culture, which of course is a lie. She has him featured as a producer and the engineer, mixer, and recorder of the Self-Destruction song. It was a one-man operation according to her. This is of course false. To support her falsehood, she deliberately shows us the label of the song with DJ Doc's name. The red arrow was supplied by her. In her fantasy world, this is proof of her falsehood. Let us enhance the label to see for ourselves what the actual truth is. Enhance. 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 Now let us do a side-by-side comparison with what she wanted us to see. There, as we can all see, what the full unobstructed label actually says. Self-Destruction was produced by D-Nice and KRS-One. The associate producer was Hank Shockley. The executive producers were Nelson George and Tokyo Rose. It was mixed by D-Nice and Ali Turbo. It was engineered by Ivan Doc Rodriguez and Ali Turbo. And recorded at Power Play and Chungking. As we have shown, the only thing Ivan Doc Rodriguez did on the record Self-Destruction was co-engineered with Ali Turbo.
This thing is an open shut case. Oh, wait a minute. I admit it doesn't look too good for Rodriguez. So you're a liar.
Self-Destruction.
Yeah,
this
DJ
guy, he produced that, right?
Yeah, that's on my channel. I put them out there. Yep, absolutely. He's a co-producer, mixed it and everything. DJ Dot.
But wait, it gets worse.
Wait, time out. It's okay. We can
Wait,
exchange.
no,
You don't have
listen,
to keep saying that.
why you so tight? I'm talking.
I'm not tight.
Yeah,
I'm responding. I'm matching your energy.
You're tight.
I'm a human being. No,
yeah, so am I. All right, so black. No, I'm not tight. I'm not tight.
Yeah, you are. A little bit.
No, I'm not.
Just a little bit.
No,
yeah, you are.
All right, I'm asking
the question.
Yeah, you are.
Adrena.
And I stand
exactly.
firm,
Adrena,
too.
answer the question. You said black music.
I'm answering.
All right, time out. Black music is a
I'm
conglomerate.
not going to time out. Just
Oh my
work with me
God,
here.
jeez. I'm working with you. You're not working with me.
Around, bro.
Go ahead, Mike.
Wait, time out. No. Black music is a conglomeration. Wait, black music is a conglomeration. A conglomeration of what? What is
I
it?
said what we thought is.
All right, what we
music.
thought. Okay, well, what is it? Tell me what it is. I don't know. Educate me.
Which part?
Pick any part. You're the one that's making these claims.
No. But you're twisting my words.
No, I'm not
I didn't
twisting
say
your
black
words.
music. I said what we thought.
Okay, what you wait? Okay,
wait,
time
of different cultures.
Wait, time out.
And we have a right to celebrate the contributions that we have contributed, without in fear of other people telling us, "Don't you dare say that. Don't you dare." No, it's not true, because it is true. It is true.
Cause right now you're just a liar, a straight MENTIROSA. Today you tell me.
Cut that bitch off! Next caller!
Norma Jean was the original lead singer of CHIC, and then when they decided they were going to put Norma out as a soloist, they spoke to Luther about Alpha taking Norma's place as the lead singer, right? So Alpha was working with Bruce Wallace, my manager, since he was a choreographer and he was an artist development person. She wanted to develop her persona as the lead singer, so she was working with Bruce all the time, and I was seeing her all the time. And she said to me, she said, "Fonzie, Bernard wants to call you." And I didn't know Bernard, I knew Niall. So Bernard called me on the phone and said, "Hey, Fonzie, you still got that group, man?" I said, "Yeah, I do." He said, "Well, you got two girls, right?" I said, "Well, now it's only one girl." I said, because Carol Sylvan had left to do some things in Paris or whatever. And he said, "Well, come down and sing with us, because we want to do some different things. We have some new ideas. So just, come down and sing." I called Michelle on the phone. I said, "Come over here tonight. Let's learn every song they got." We learned like maybe 15 of the CHIC songs and went down 2 days later and sang at the audition. They said, "Yeah, man, this is cool. Let's go." And they took us on the road. They took us on the road. We did like maybe 2 weeks of gigs. And then they said, "We're going to go in the studio next week." I said, "Oh, okay." And they said, "We want you to sing." I said, "What?" So of course the CHIC records were huge. They had 2 huge albums. So we're going in to sing. So it was, on this particular day, was the day we were doing Good Times. I went from my group F360 basically disbanding to me and Michelle stepping up and becoming a part of CHIC and really becoming a part of that sound. And, you know, we sang on that entire album, Good Times, My Forbidden Lover. But the thing that was so amazing is when it was time to do the leads for Good Times and My Forbidden Lover, they called me up, they said, well, we want you to come to the studio and sing with Alpha and Lucy. I said, what are you talking about? They said, yeah, come in and sing with Alpha and Lucy. So people don't realize when they hear those songs that there's a man singing with the girls. And on most of the CHIC records, people don't realize that there was a man's voice in there because my voice blends so well with female voices.
As we can now see, there's no way in the real world that Lucy Martin was the main person in CHIC. That is complete fantasy and part of an anti-Black American agenda.
And to be quite honest with you, you know, she was Lucy Martin. She was the main person.
Bernard Edwards and Nile Rodgers are the main persons in CHIC. Together they wrote, arranged, conducted, and produced every CHIC song. The main person vocally in CHIC was Luther Vandross, and after Luther his childhood friend since the age of 13 FONZI Thornton, who also sang lead vocals on Good Times with Lucy Martin and Alpha Anderson, not to mention background vocals as well. Lucy Martin and Alpha Anderson were thrust into the forefront for marketing purposes. People automatically assume that only Lucy and Alpha are singing cause that's what they see on the album covers. In fact, on CHIC's first album, you have Norma Jean Wright and Luther Vandross singing lead vocals, but on the album cover there's a picture of two models who were not in any way, shape, or form affiliated with CHIC. It was purely a marketing technique, as Nile put it.
And I said to Bernard, man, I got a great idea for our next band on what to do. We were still called the Big Apple Band at the time, and I explained the Roxy Music thing. I went and got a couple of their records. And when I saw the covers, I was like, whoa.
The girls, you mean?
The girls.
The girls on the covers.
You know,
yeah.
It's like girls,
yeah.
That's, you know, in rock and roll, that's the thing. It's like, we're the fish and they're the bait. You're just like,
when I was in the Black Panther Party, I was a subsection leader of Lower Manhattan Panthers. As a matter of fact, I was in the same branch as Afeni Shakur, which is Tupac's mom.
Get the fuck out of here! No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important.
Is it true as well? I heard that you was that bodyguard to, is it Malcolm X's widow?
Yeah. My very first day in the party, when I got to the office, I didn't realize that there was a mandatory duty, and we had to stand security for Sister Betty Shabazz, Malcolm X's widow.
Explain.
I answered it.
Okay, no, explain. I didn't catch it. What is hip-hop to you?
Okay, let me take it down a little bit.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm a little bit heated because... I'll pull up your Wikipedia. I can't hear...
No, quiet, hang on, quiet.
Hold up. Pull up your Wikipedia article so you can tell us. Wikipedia, y'all edit that shit anyway. Get out of here with that, girl. Yeah. Anyways, BSIA. You said
it's always the outsiders. Always the outsiders. I think what's
that's love, girl. Go ahead, girl.
Y'all don't know what's popping. Y'all don't know. Y'all can't relate. After y'all come to Harlem.
Oh, okay, love. Okay, love. Okay, let Adrena explain what is hip hop to you, so we can move the conversation.
Hip hop is peace, love, unity, while having fun.
Man, get that shit out of here.
Is it got painted? Peace, love, unity, while having fun in a specific environment at a specific time. Okay? That's wrong for you guys to laugh at that. We have people getting murdered. We got kids that are lost.
Man, this ain't no damn summer camp. We all get along sitting around a campfire. This ain't no summer camp.
Hip hop.
Guess what? You guys are not hip hop.
One weekend of pampering later.
And I just want to say to Adrena, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Your girl's there.
Yeah, you know, you talking all sweet now. You know what I'm saying?
I swear to you, I'm a good person.
God, I'm gonna have to give you a play. You understand? Y'all sweet. Oh, we got it. I'm like, God damn, she ain't giving me that kind of flavor.
I am a nice person.
God, you all sweet and loving and shit. I'm like,
2 very boring minutes later.
And how about Adrena? She broke her ankle.
oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Adrena. Yeah, I gotta show you some love. Yo, sorry that you broke your ankle. I'm gonna have to come and massage you. You need me to massage you for you, sweetheart? I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
Thank you for that.
I'm a married man, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like my son's mother's Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
And she looks like you. She looks like
yeah. Oh, she bad in the motherfucker. Word up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Thank you.
72 hours later.
You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey. Oh. Maybe that's Elizabeth.
Mr. Sanford?
No, that's not Elizabeth. Too young and too white.
Even in the TV shows, they were doing percussion. Sanford and Son was doing percussion in their intros. That eventually evolved into Rapper's Delight.
Hippity hippity hop, flip flippity flop. I can't make it stop.
I said a hip hop, the hip to the hip hop, you don't stop the check it out. When I'm imp, the dimp, the ladies pimp, the women fight for my delight. But I'm hip, the dimp, the women pimp, women fight for my delight. But I'm the grand master with the 3 MCs that shock the house for the young ladies. And when you come inside and to the front, you do the freak spank and do the bump. And when the sucker MCs try to prove a point with Trent's Trio, or when the
It took me years to learn how to write a song like Good Times. You got to understand, man, my history. I was born right here in New York City. My partner, Bernard, he had come from a place down south where he was obligated to walk in the street. If a white person was walking towards him, he would have to go out in the street and let the white person pass. My cousin is one of the people who started Cool in the Gang. When I was a kid, all I wanted to do was be like my cousin and be in Cool in the Gang. And when they wrote the song Hollywood Swingin', I was like, damn! Because I was so in love with Cool in the Gang and I was so down with Hollywood Swingin', this is a song I wish I had written. So what do? I go, well, damn, if I wrote Hollywood Swingin', it would go like this. And then I write Good Times. That goes, and I stay on that note.
And where are you from again, Alpha?
I'm from Georgia, Augusta, Georgia.
Okay, and how about you, Norma?
I was born in Tennessee, but I was raised in Ohio.
But reality, what does it mean? Ain't nothing said.
That's why your foot the fuck broke.
Cause Freddy's dead.